Welcome, race fans, to the All American Sim Racing Network's presentation of the Orr Lawncare Truck Series here for the All American Racing League. I'm your host, David Hillbilly Hara. In the booth with me, as always, is the one, the only David Lefano III. David, how's it going tonight, man?
Hey, not too bad, man. Happy to be here for sure. This one's called the Virginia is for Lovers 125. Um, Virginia is for lovers, but I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of loving going on here tonight on the short track.
No,
Um,
they may be getting close, but I don't know how much loving's going on. You got a point there.
I think there'll be a lot of hating by the end of the night, but should be exciting for sure. Like I said, short track, uh, beat and banging, tempers. Should be a good one.
Yeah, we saw some really fast speeds here. This is a almost 3/4 mile track. It's 0.72 distance. And this is the second race of round one of the playoffs. So we have some drivers here that are getting close to. I guess you have to make it in the top six with two races remaining after tonight. So this could be an important race for you here. As I pull up the point standings here, we have Christian Delgado is your leader currently in points. However, Justin Horton won last week at IRP, um, locking himself in the playoffs here. So on points, Christian Delgado is your leader. Justin Horton would be second. Lilith Peters is third. Kyle Purcell fourth. Fifth is Rodney Uberpecker. Tied for sixth is Sean Purcell and Adam Angerstein, with Jackson Minter below that cut line by 13 points. Or no, I'm sorry, he is below the cut line by 1 point. And then it's 3 points back to Nathan Christensen, 4 to Tyrone Yo, and 7 back to Donald Manning. Charlie Dickey missed last week, which cost him quite a bit of points, but he could still win and get in this thing if make it in the race tonight. Doesn't it look like he's here yet?
Yeah, I'm not seeing Charlie here again tonight, so tough break for him. But yeah, I mean, you got Jackson Minter sitting there, just behind the cut line. So this is going to be a big race to try to, gain that little bit of ground here with only two races after tonight's race. So every point matters here. You're going to see, this is a track you can get aggressive on. So I think we'll see a lot of these drivers, especially around that cut line, maybe make some moves that they don't typically make to gain those points. So it should be exciting.
Yeah, without a doubt. And qualifying is underway here right now for the Virginias for Lovers 125. Uh, Lilith Peters is currently sitting on the pole with a 2190, followed by the double zero of Sean Purcell. Jackson Minter is third. Christian Delgado is fourth. Kyle Purcell is fifth. Looks like sixth. I'm not sure why it's showing it this way. Let me see if we can get a better view of that. It's kind of crossing up the names here on my display. Nathan Christensen sixth. Seventh is Rodney Uberpecker. Eighth is Tyrone Yo. Justin Horton's currently ninth. Don Manning is 10th. Jason Higginbottom, we saw him have a little issue there off the turn. I believe he may have crashed that thing. He was fastest in practice, however. He's 11th. Alan Purser has not taken a time, nor has Adam Angerstein at this time.
Yeah, and another week here, a little bit shorter field, smaller field, I should say, than we're used to. But that tends to happen here when you get into, playoff rounds. Some of the drivers that maybe not, in the playoff hunt or the championship hunt, find those times, family time, take the night off. We typically see this in leagues, anyways. But looks like Alan Purser, he's new to the league. It looks like this is his first time with the Orr Lawncare Truck Series. So. Uh, Interesting to see how he does and learn a little bit more about Allen.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always good to have new people to the league. Um, All American Racing League does run three different series. The Orr Lawn Care Truck Series runs here tonight, right now, and on Thursdays we run the Julio Cornhole Board Series, which is essentially the real world Xfinity cars, and then our Truckers Feed America Cup Series runs the next gens on Tuesdays over on Sim Racing Media's YouTube. So be on the lookout for all those other series. However, if you're interested, you can reach out to us at facebook.com/, All American Racing League if you're interested in joining, and we'll be happy to talk to you and get you signed up here in our truck series to make your way to the Cup Series.
Yeah, it's kind of a unique league we have over here with the All American Racing League. So, what we've been trying to do is make kind of a ladder progression system. You start out in the truck, move your way up to the polio cars or the Xfinity cars, and then up to Cup. If you can get recruited by a team, so always looking for new drivers to come out and run with us here on Thursday nights in the Xfinity cars and Sunday nights in the trucks.
Yeah, it's always a good time, good people to race with, respectful for the most part. We try to be. We'll see how much respect they have tonight here at this short track as the trucks have crittered up here. Should be getting going here just shortly for 125 laps in the Virginias for lovers, 125 for the Orr Lawncare truck series.
Yeah, so it looks like Lilith Peters put down the fast time in qualifying, so she'll be sitting on the pole with Sean Purcell sitting just to the outside of her and on the front row in second.
We talk about Lilith Peters, and we talk about both Purcell brothers, and we talk about Jackson Minter and Christian Delgado and Adam Ingerstein a lot in this league. Jason Higginbottom, we've seen him racing our Cup Series as a part-time driver. We know he's fast. He was fast. Showed it in practice, a 10th faster than the next fastest driver. Be looking for him to move up through the field here from that 11th position.
Yeah, Jason's always fast when he's in these races, so expect to see him. I know he had some little bit of trouble on the qualifying lap. As we stated, he was quickest in practice, so expect to see him to kind of work his way up through the field. Got to do it methodically here. A lot can go wrong on this short track, Richmond International Raceway. So methodically come up through the field. I expect to see him up front, at the end.
Yeah, Lilith is they're mocking the pace car a little bit. Gonna be getting started here. I believe it's gonna be one to go. We're out here taking a look there at the pace car.
Yeah, we'll see if that pace car ducks off this time. Usually there's 2 laps on the short track, so
the lights are out, Dave. The lights are out.
Yeah, maybe they are going green right here.
Pace car didn't come in though. That's odd. Usually when the lights go out on the pace car, folks, that indicates 1 lap to go, and they usually don't turn them out until they cross the start-finish line for that final lap. But in this case, it looked like they were out. Nonetheless, we'll get it going here on the next lap here. Hopefully the pace car will go ahead and move out of the way and let these guys and gals go at it.
Yeah, so Lilith is your control truck. She'll, on the initial start here, the initial start is on the green flag, but after that, she will control the restarts.
I can tell you that Barney has the green flag in hand, has it raised, lifted and ready to set these trucks underway, with Lilith Peters being your pole sitter. If she can hold that down into 1. And they're off. Green flag in the air. Lilith Peters, that inside, clears the 0-0. It's Lilith Peters, Sean Purcell, Christian Delgado, Kyle Purcell, Jackson Minter drops 2 positions to 5th.
Yeah, just watching Jackson, he dropped a couple of positions here back to the P5. He missed the corner entry into 3, washed up the track. Easy to do here in the first few laps on cold tires. See if he can recoup.
The 0-0 Pepsi truck of Sean Purcell riding the second, but a half second behind Lilith Peters in the 1.
And Rodney Uberpacker had a big moment back here off of 2, got real loose, lost several, all the way back to P13, dead last.
Yeah, he just makes the pass around, regained it, made the pass around Alan Purser to take that 12th position. Jason Higginbottom is our biggest mover, up 3 positions to 8th.
Yeah, and he's working on the back of Justin Horton now. He's going to take a look to the inside down here in 1. side by side. He's going to make easy work. Oh, no. I mean, Horton's coming back on the outside off of two, side by side down the back.
Yeah, carrying that momentum on exit there was the 39.
Now it looks like Jason's going to be able to slide up in front of Horton there in the 39.
Side jump.
Looks like everybody's kind of strung out here a little bit right off the start. Single file. We got Delgado kind of trying to work over Sean Purcell here early on, but he got loose off of 4. That's going to allow the 16. Yeah, Kyle's going to try to get around. Delgado looks like he will here off the exit of 2.
Yeah, everybody's playing nice so far. It's still early. We're lap 6, 125. Battle for second is heating up though as Jackson Minter joins into this this battle here. You see Higginbottom is working on the 3. Nathan Christensen. Nathan holds him off for now. They've been going at it a couple laps here. Nathan and Jason have.
Yeah, and sometimes it's real hard to get that pass completed on the bottom. You kind of got to drive it in there deep. And like you said, that little slide job up off the corner, because even on the outside here, you still carry a little bit more momentum than you do on the inside. So it's hard sometimes to get that pass done on the bottom.
So a little wiggle out of Jackson Minter, the 28. Hams to it up. No harm, no foul. He didn't really lose much time there to the 3. He just a little bit was able to hold on to it just a little wiggle. These things do get a little loose under throttle.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to kind of drive this track in this truck before hopping on here. But I know, and you can attest to this too, in the next gen cars, you got to be really easy on the throttle on corner exit. So far, it looks like maybe a little bit free, but maybe not nearly as bad as the next gens. Looks like they can get more throttle down in these trucks.
Yeah, the next gens are going to be a handful for sure. A lot of power there, but. In this truck race, it doesn't look like there's any one driver that seems to be pulling. I mean, Lillis is still holding the lead by 0.8 of a second for Sean Purcell, but that's really not that much. It's not 80. Actually, he's 80 on just a little the last lap or so. The battles seem to be back here for Jackson Fire from Jason Higginbottom for the 5th position. He was able to get around 3 as there's contact between Nathan Christensen and Justin Horton. Horton gets no caution.
Oh, that's still
wow.
It's still all bottled up down there at the back.
Yeah, even after they got going again, it's like I don't know if Horton had a hard time getting going again or something, but that 3 flew back by him once he was able to regain his composure.
Yeah, we got a battle brewing for P2 here between the brothers of Sean Purcell and Kyle Purcell. That's going to be an interesting battle. I know for folks at home who haven't maybe been watching some of these races, there's been a few little issues here between the 2 brothers the last couple of weeks. So I know there's still a little bit of emotion there in those 2 drivers. So that'll be an interesting to watch here all night.
Absolutely. There's a story between these brothers that always seem to find each other on track and don't always agree on who should have the piece of real estate that they're fighting over, which is good for the viewers at home.
Now, without a doubt, it brings a little bit of excitement to the races. So, I always keep my eye on these 2 drivers whenever they're close to each other.
For now, the 00 seems to be pulling out to at least 2 track lengths over Kyle Purcell, about 0.2 seconds, 0.2 of a second.
And yellow is out. Looks like Nathan Christensen had a problem.
Let's see if we can get that for you folks. It looks like the 92 may have got up into him. Maybe a little bit of net code there. Oh, wow, and then the 2 got him good, but looks like the 92 was on the inside of the 3. We're going to take a look at it again. Put it in slow-mo a little bit. Looks like Yeah, so the three's on the outside. The 9 of Angerstein is right behind him. The 92 just loses grip, slides up the track. Maybe a little net code catches the 3. Or he gets pushed up out of his line, it looked like, and then just maybe spun out there. But the bad thing is the 2 catches him.
Yeah, it looks like the 92 kind of drove it in a little deep and lost the rear of the truck. Kind of when he made contact with the 3, kind of checked everyone up, and Adam Angerstein kind of got in the back of the 92 just ever so slightly.
Yeah, as we have all the leaders are on pit road. Ooh, Lilith did stop short at her box, had to pull up a little bit. It's going to cost her some valuable time. As the 00's already changed right sides, Lilith just dropped the truck. They raised the left side of the 00, and now the left side of the 1. The 00 is going to win this race off pit road. Second, Lilith Peters. Actually, Christian Delgado beat Lilith off pit road at Peters. According to our scoring and timing, we see the 3 and the 9. The 2 have their service completed or are now exiting pit road. Folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll get back to line it all up for you, and be right back. Just don't go anywhere. You won't miss a thing.
Back to more racing action right after this. With over 25 years of experience, Lucky Dog Detailing offers the best of the best in vehicle reconditioning, fully licensed and insured. Their number one goal is customer satisfaction and developing a friendship with each job. Call them at 704-401-6075 or visit them on the web at luckydogdetailing.com. Lucky Dog Detailing, the best of the best in vehicle reconditioning. This race brought to you in part by Blue Gray Plastic Fabrication, repair, design, and fabrication of plastic holding tanks and plastic form products. With over 50 years of combined experience working in plastic fabrication, Blue Gray has achieved a reputation of one of the foremost custom fabrication leaders in the industry. Find them on the web at bluegrayplasticfab.com or call 704-226-7024 and get a quote for your next project. That's Blue Gray Plastic Fabrication. Now, back to trackside action with the Orr Lawncare Truck Racing Series of the All-American Racing League.
Thank you, Bob. And we are back like we never left. Still under caution here as Sean Purcell is your leader, beating Will Peters off pit road. The lights are now out on the pace car. We should be going this time by.
Yeah, pace car is off. And green is out. Great jump for Sean Purcell there in the 00. Takes off to about a 3 truck length lead over Lilith Peters. She's going to fight on the outside down here into turn 1. And Kyle Purcell trying to make that bottom work over Lilith Peters as they drive off into turn 3 here.
Look who's in the picture now. That 44 of Jason Higginbottom is up to 4th position. He's going to try to make quick work of Kyle Purcell. As Lilith Peters has now caught the 00 after dispensing Kyle. And the 1 is trying that high side, getting a little bit of momentum, swinging it up to the high side. She's going to go. I thought she was going to look to the outside of the 00 there. Not quite yet. Christian Delgado is working to the inside of the 9 of Adam Angerstein. The 3 is looking to the inside of Justin Horton. These two just had a moment there earlier on track. I don't know if there's going to... Hopefully no retribution or hurt feelings on it. I'm sure. So apologize for it. Moving on. Back up front. The 1 of Lilith Peters still stalking the 00 of Sean Purcell.
Yeah, and Lilith Peters is a smart driver. She knows this is a long race. I'm sure she's just kind of sitting back there trying not to use all her tires up. Let Sean kind of use what he's got up to try to keep her behind him. So we'll see what Lilith's got here in the longer run.
like everybody in the field is pretty much single file at this time. I don't see any real battles happening at the moment. Trying to log a few laps as we are on lap 26 of 125. Here in the Virginia is for Lovers 125.
Yeah, it does look like Don Manning possibly went down a lap on that last yellow.
I'm not sure what happened with Don there.
Yeah, not too sure if he came down and tried to save a quick repair. Lilith Peters is looking to the outside of Sean Purcell.
Yeah, thank you, Dave. I saw that happening, and I was like, oh, I don't want to interrupt yet. But, yeah, that one was looking to the outside, now trying to peek to the inside. She's really giving that 00 a hard time. I don't know that I imagine he wants her to sit back there and wear her tires out some. But I don't know how hard Sean's pushing it in that truck. And Lilith seems faster at the moment, but she didn't really run away from him earlier in the run, unless maybe she was saving tire along the way as well.
And now we got the 44 of Jason Higginbotham looking to the inside of Kyle Purcell down the front. He's going to dive it down there on the inside of Kyle Purcell.
16 carries the momentum down the backstretch. 44 tucks back the line. Now looking again to the inside. Will the 16 be able to pull the momentum off here at the front stretch? And it doesn't seem like there's as much, but yes, able to hold on to that position for now. It's Kyle Purcell at 16. Battle up front. Lilith Peters looking to the inside of the 00 of Sean Purcell. Can't get it done. Tucks back in line. Heading down into one. Jason Higginbotham has made it around Kyle Purcell.
Yeah, it looks like the 16 of Kyle Purcell maybe checked up a little bit and said, hey, you're faster right now. Go on by.
Battle is back up front. Lilith is still hounding the 00.
And Lilith can now see the 44 coming in her rearview mirror, so I think she's thinking it's time to go. That 44 is awful fast coming from the back of the field here early on.
Yes, he is. Let's go back and take a look and see how he got around. Kyle Purcell. Well, he's about to make move again. We'll just take a quick look. Looks like they're going down into 3. Just gets to the inside of the 16. He's able to really drive it in there, and then still able to accelerate him off. And by the time he got to 1. One of Lilith Peters looking again to the inside of the 00. Sean a little loose off the turn there. Had to gather it back up. Lilith now to the inside. Oh, Lilith hits the apron. Loosens her truck up a bit. Unable to get enough bite as the 44 is now looking to the inside.
And the 44 is going to drive it down to the inside. Can't quite make that grip and that power up off that corner on the low side. He's just sitting there hoping that Lilith maybe makes a little mistake, a little wobble, and he can take advantage of it.
Yeah, it looks like through 1 and 2, he got down and maybe got that left side tire on the other side of the yellow line there. And lost a little grip, couldn't get enough traction there, keep enough traction to pull off with that, or pull that move off.
There we go. Now the 44 is going to take a look. He's got a good position here getting down into 1, side by side with Lilith Peters.
Into the inside, but Lilith goes to the outside of the 00. 44 got a great drive off, which is going to allow him to go to the inside of the 00, while Lilith is going to the outside to take the lead.
Ooh.
Oh, there's
contact. That's going to allow Kyle Purcell to move up around his brother Sean.
Oh, now Sean back to the inside of Kyle. I think Sean may be driving with a little bit of anger about getting doored there by the 44.
Yeah, that was a pretty bold move on the 44's part to kind of stick it down in there. They're going to be 3 wide on entry, but they made it work. A little bit of contact, but come to expect that here at a track like Richmond International Raceway.
Yeah, and I know, again, Sean Purcell is a very hard driver to pass. He tends to run a line anywhere that just it takes away your ability to go high or low, and that may have been something that Jason just saw him open the door just a little bit, and he decided to go ahead and fill that while he could, because on entry, it seemed like the double zero would leave a lane or half lane, and then kind of catch a late apex for the drive off, and that makes it very tempting when you're running behind someone doing that to kind of stick your nose in there. And with Lilith already to his outside, kind of put double zero in a rough spot. And the 44 went down low there, but nonetheless, we're still under green, no one wrecked. Some feelings may be hurt, but we'll see how that works out later on here in Virginia is for levels 125.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it now. The one of Lilith Peters is, now up to 0.6 of a second. Just a couple laps ago, it was about half a second. So she's slowly pulling away here from the 44 truck. Kyle and Sean have kind of separated a little bit. Not too many battles going on at the moment. I think the closest one we got right now is between Adam Angerstein and Nathan Christensen back here for the 7th position.
Yeah, it looks like the 3 is working on the back of that 9 a little bit. The 9 may have just gotten around the 3, but I'm not certain on that. Yeah, it looks like the 9's just gotten around the 3. The 13 is now showing up in the picture here. Christian Delgado. Make this a 3-way battle. The battle between the Purcell brothers. I thought that was heating up. Kind of looked at that one wrong. Well, they're kind of close there. But the 25 of Jackson has moved into this battle with Sean Purcell and Kyle Purcell.
And Lilith Peters is picking him up and putting him down. She just went around the 2 of Tyrone Yo to put him 1 lap down.
Your most exciting battle on the track right now is with the 28 and double zero. Jackson Minter is chasing down the double zero of Sean Purcell.
Yeah, and for the folks at home watching that maybe have never been, behind a sim rig or run through iRacing, Richmond is one of the toughest tracks, in my opinion, that we go to. It requires so much focus. It's similar to Martinsville, but I even feel like Martinsville, even being a smaller, tighter track, is not as sensitive as this place. So very easy to make a mistake here, hard to be consistent. It takes a lot of focus and a lot of effort to put down consistent, solidly fast lap times around this track. So these drivers have their work cut out for them all night long as the tires wear and it's a little greasy and slippery on corner exit. They'll have their hands full for sure.
Absolutely. You could say that over and over again. This is likely one of the most difficult ovals on the circuit for sure. And more so than Martinsville, I would agree. It's just the speed that you're carrying here and the power of the vehicles when you try to accelerate up off. There's just, again, keeping that consistency. That's the key. You know the nail on the head with that one.
Yeah, as if this, a track of this size, it takes a lot of focus, and then, Richmond decides to throw that rounded front stretch at you, just to give it that little extra, difficulty as well. So challenging for sure. But Lilith Peters now is up to just over his second lead now over the 44 of Jason Higginbotham. Kyle Purcell is going to be running third. His brother Sean in fourth. Now we see Jackson Minter back here in fifth. He's kind of run down 00 Sean Purcell and trying to work on that 00 truck.
As we watch the 41 of Alan Purser just kind of catch the backstretch wall there, exiting 2. Oh, we just saw Kyle Purcell catch it. And we just saw Tyrone Yo get a piece of that backstretch wall. These trucks are starting to slide around a bit. Lap 55 of 125. Their last on pit road, lap 17 caution. So yeah, they got a handful of laps, almost 40 laps on these tires.
Yeah, I mean, these trucks aren't turning like they used to. They're not braking like they used to. Really have to adjust the line of your entry speed, your braking points, pretty much on the fly. And, in the sim, a lot of times that you go from a good handling truck to not a good handling truck in the course of a lap. So sometimes it'll catch these drivers off guard. You just really got to regroup and focus on what you're doing and hit your marks and try to keep it off that wall.
Yeah, and that's a good plan. Getting behind the wheel and making it happen, though, has proven difficult. I know for me at times. But we're watching Lilith Peters, who's doing this masterfully. She's pulled out to 1.8 seconds over Jason Higginbotham. Kyle Purcell's in third. Sean Purcell is fourth. Adam Ingerstein has now made his way to the top 5, passing Jackson in third. 6.
And I'm not sure if something happened to Jackson there. It looks like, Adam got around him pretty easily there. He was, Minter just a couple laps ago was running up on the back of Sean Purcell, and Adam was a little ways back, so I'm not just too sure if he had an issue or if Adam is just picking up the pace here on the longer run, but it looks like he's running down Sean Purcell now.
I don't see any damage on Jackson Minter's Toyota, Hamsbeer Toyota. But yeah, maybe he just had to check up or something. Or like you say, Adam could be. Oh, Adam's truck is beat up pretty badly.
Yeah, Adam was involved in that first caution, I believe it was. He kind of got in the back of the 92 of Don Manning when Don Manning and Nathan Christensen kind of got together and checked up. So I think that's what that damage is from.
Both the 9 and the 28 have caught the 00 in a hurry. As the 9 gets to the rear of the 00, looks high.
Yeah, it looks like the 00 kind of stayed, half a lane, 3/4 of a lane off the wall, trying to force the 9 to maybe take the high side here. Which the 9 is going to try to do. Now he's out to the outside. Almost wheel the wheel. He loses a little bit on corner exit. He's going to keep digging, trying that outside. Now he's going to cut to the bottom.
Oh, looked like he may have given a little tap to the 00 there.
Yeah, I mean, the 00 is definitely staying down a lane here.
Jason Higginbotham is exiting pit road. He's made his stop. Stopped for 4 tires. I'm guessing he took 14 and a half seconds up there. Alan Purser stopped as well. Oh no, that was back lap 17. So lap 60, Jason Higginbotham is the only truck to come to pit road thus far. And we know what happens. You can't stay out there. These lap times are down. For most, it's a second and a half or more. Right at a second and a half. Lilith Peters is 1.2 seconds slower this last lap than her best lap of the race. So they've fallen off about a second, I guess we could say there. And you don't want to lose a second a lap. I mean, it's lap 64 now. Jason Higginbotham, although his lap down, just ran a 22.7 fastest truck on the track.
I would say keep an eye on this battle between the 00 Sean Purcell and the 9 of Adam Angerstein. It's starting to get a little heated from what I see. Never quite seen. I know Sean is running, like I said earlier, that about a lane off the wall, and he's trying to. I think what he's trying to do is force the 9 to go to the outside. But that last time around, the 9 kind of drove to the bottom, and Sean kind of shut the door on him, trying to get to the bottom. So pay attention to this one. This one may get a little heated.
You know, if you realize you're that faster truck, and like I say, Sean Purcell, one of the hardest guys I've had to pass on the track. As you see the 9 dive down to that inside track. Oh, he slides up the track a little bit, gets into the side of the 00. Oh, hits him again. The 00 is around. 44 of Higginbottom.
Caution is out. And I had a feeling that something may happen right with those 2 trucks.
Yeah, absolutely. Good call, Dave. We'll go back and take a look at that again. Maybe get a different view of it, but we were on that whole time. Our chopper view out here. Let's see what this crash was about from the chopper.
Yeah, and that battle kind of goes back multiple laps here. I mean, they were kind of duking it out long before that ever happened.
Yeah, and the nine had to get aggressive there to try to make this pass because he knows the 00 was holding him up as our leaders are entering pit road, folks.
And if I were to guess, I would say the 9's going to get an EOL for that, making the contact, kind of driving up the hill, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, from this view, it does look like they did make contact. Net code, either way, it was because the 9 was sliding up the track that the caution came out. So you're right. He'll likely get the penalty there. The 00 almost saved it. Now 44, who just who pitted, was the only one to pit, was a lap down at the time. He'll be the lucky dog, but kind of slid those tires really bad. Trying, avoiding that. Actually, this could put Jason Higginbottom. He must have been on the. I don't know. Scoring him currently. He's going down pit road. I don't know why it's showing his lead. Or second. It was showing his second place. Now it looks like it's straight.
Yeah, I'm showing him back here in 5th place coming down pit road.
I mean, I didn't think he was on the lead lap. Was where I was going with it, but nonetheless, I've been wrong before. iRacing handles the officiating here, so your leader is Lilith Peters. It looks like a 92 maybe stayed out to take a wave around here. Lilith Peters is your leader. Kyle Purcell is second. Jackson Minkin third. Justin Horton is in that 4th position. Christian Delgado 5th. Alan Purser is up to 6th. Adam Angerstein is 7th, which we say Adam may get that penalty. I'm not sure who's handling that part of that. Rodney Uberpacker currently scored 8th, but Higginbottom should make it around and pass Rodney. Here we are. Jason Higginbottom is 8th.
Yeah, and like I said, I think that's a tough call on race control on that particular incident. Looks like, yeah, the 9 was coming up, but right when they made contact, the 00 was kind of slowly coming back down the track as well. So I'd be curious to see how race control calls that one.
They handle the officiating on that, and we'll handle calling the race. They can call the penalties. We'll call the race. As the 92 of Ron Manning is taking that trip around the track to get to one of his laps back here. Even I'm not seeing any lights on this pace car.
Yeah, it looks like the lights are out. I am not seeing any. Let's see. I am not seeing a penalty on the 9 as of yet. I don't believe he'll get one coming here to take the green here off of 4.
Lilith Peters is your control truck. She will get to say when to start this thing once the pace car, she gets into the restart zone here, that Geico restart. Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize here at the All American Sim Racing Network. Again, we had another computer crash again this week. We're going to work on some things for next week as far as
Feedback.
dropping the street. We're off. All about copying something from caution. Delgado had a spin here. Which brought out the caution flag. We're back green now as we see the 39 working his way to the outside of Jackson Minter.
Yeah, we're going to have Jackson Minter down on the inside of Justin Horton down here in turn 1. Horton gets a great run off of turn 2. Going to clear Minter down the back. Now Sean Purcell on that 00 is looking to the inside of Minter as well.
This is for the 4th position. Sean Purcell does not quite clear that 20.
Oh, Minter sends it deep into turn 1, kind of drives it up the track. It looks like Sean's going to be able to take that spot.
Up front, Lilith Peters split up to about 7/10 left towards the second. We see Nathan Christensen and Christian Delgado going at it. This is for the 7th position. Carries the momentum off the turn down that stretch there and into turn 3. Tends to the inside. It's going to be the 3. Finally gets clear of the 13 there on the back stretch.
And it looks like Nathan lost a little bit getting into turn 3, going to wash up the track. It's going to allow him to stay just inside. Now it looks like the 3 is able to clear the 13 off of turn 4 down the front.
battle back here for the 10th position. 92 of Don Manning looks to the inside of Orr Lawncare. It's better of it. It's back, falls back in line. It's back in Jason maybe thought it was on point. He's been there for quite some time. So he may have retired from this event, or I'm not sure what happened with him. Tyrone Yo has crashed. What's going to happen with Tyrone?
I'm not too sure. It looks like you got it rolling again.
Okay, yeah, oh wow. Yeah. He kind of lost it coming out of 2 and got all the way down facing the wall. There was nobody coming there, so the caution, it's good that they kept it green, and Tyrone was in there.
Yeah, I'm surprised there was no yellow. He was stopped, had to back it up.
But I think the leaders were far enough away that the yellow just he was kind of off track at that point, right? I mean, he was definitely off track.
Yeah, he was kind of out of harm's way. But Will Peters up front is now opened up early to 1.7 seconds over Kyle himself in second, and Justin Horton in third.
This is the Virginia. This for levels 125. We got Orr Lawncare Truck Series, a part of the All-American Racing League. Lap 92, 25. Justin Sean Purcell, Jackson Rodney, Christian Navarro. Wow, this is a gaggle. Back here for the 6th position. We have the 9, the 13, the 17, the 3. Same spot, same spot. 5, 2 rows deep.
Looks like now Delgado is going to be able to clear that pack. Breathing room. We're going to have Uber Packer on the outside of the 9 still fighting for that position. And now we got Alan Purser to the inside of Nathan Christensen, trying to take away the 9th position.
Ryan looks like he may be the faster of the bunch. He's taking that 6th position. He's starting to walk away from it. Not so fast. Christian Delgado, a good entry there.
Don Manning's down to the inside. Purser's
You will have a caution.
around big mess over here in turn 3, I believe it is.
Not sure what happened with Purser there. Maybe he was part of that when Manning was crashing. Let's take a look and see, folks.
Yeah, it looks like the 3 came down the track for whatever reason, into the left, the right rear of the 41. Not too sure what happened there.
Oh, I see what happened. So the 3 was passing the 17 there, and when he went up to go in front of the 17, he moved to the right. He got really loose, so he countered back, and that brought him back to the inside. Look at that again. I'm gonna back it up here just a second. See if I was saying that right. Yeah, so they're 3 wide. The 3's on the inside. 17 hits the wall. The 3 then cuts to the right, just in front of the 17. It does. You see, he gets loose, and it just turns the truck back, left, and into the.
Yeah, let me take a look. Might be interesting to take a look inside the cockpit of the 3. Possible. See what that kind of looks like from his point of view.
Absolutely. Let me jump back here and take a look. Find that. take a look at the cockpit view for Alan Person, or I'm sorry, for the 3 Nathan Christensen.
All right, so that one looks like it's going to go to the 3 truck. He definitely, or from the replay, he took the 41 into the outside wall.
I don't know if it's just some of the air movement when the 17 kind of got up there and got into the wall, but it looks like he kind of just.
Yeah, you see him steer, get straight, and then you see the truck is going right. He's turning to the left to counter that, and it hooked. Finally caught the traction, left. As we heard race control come across, it did go to the 3.
And unfortunately, it does look like Don Manning has retired from this race. After that last incident of getting a little loose and into that inside wall.
Yeah, and everyone was just down pit road just now here on lap 97. So with, when we restart here with 24-25 to go, they're going to be able to run it out to the end, and I think we're going to see some of the fastest lap times here in this last stint, just because they know they don't have to save for it. We're going to really see what Kyle and Sean have to be able to keep up with Lilith, because I think she's going to run this about as hard as
Yeah, and I mean, as we've seen all night, Lilith has had the truck to beat, so like you said, it's go time now. We'll see if that 16 or doubles there, or even the 39 back here have anything. And if you remember, you look back at last week at Lucas Oil Raceway in these trucks, you had our winner, Justin Horton, in that 39 truck, was actually sitting P5, I believe, on that last lap. So sometimes it's about where you are on the track if something happens and trying to capitalize on it as well. So don't lose focus or sight on some of these drivers a little bit further back here as well.
We see Barney now picks up the green flag and has it in the air, ready to throw that down as they come around. But Lilith Peters is your control truck. She will have the control to restart this race within
green flag.
Restart zone, and she's off. Great jump.
Yeah, great jump. We got Sean and Kyle Purcell side by side getting into turn 1. Kyle's going to battle back here on the outside, try to use that momentum, try to clear his brother Sean, and it looks like he will. Justin Horton now with a good run, trying to get to the rear bumper of Sean.
The truck I'm watching, Dave, late here in this race is that 9 truck of Adam Ingerstein. He has been fast all night. He has a clean nose on that truck. Used his fast repair to get that truck straightened up here on this last caution.
Oh, they're wrecking down the back.
16's around.
Oh, caution.
And that truck is really
Fellas, we have got a very, very difficult official this week, so make sure we're minding our P's and Q's.
I apologize, folks. Apparently, it has reset my sound settings.
And that was a caution between the Purcell brothers. Kind of hard to see what really happened there. I know there was contact when the 16 kind of got into the back of the 00. Just hard to see what happened really off the corner.
We're going to take a look at it here from the chopper, Dave, and see what the chopper view gives us. 0's down low. 00 thought he was clear at 16. He was not.
That's a tough one right there because, man, that's tough. That's just tight racing off the corner.
Well, it is,
Sean,
but he wasn't clear.
Sean really kind of was trying to move up. It looks like the 16 was kind of pinched pretty tight in his right rear. That's just tight racing. That's hard. That's hard, tight racing right there off the corner here at Richmond.
I'm glad I don't have to make these tough calls. Race control is going to have to make them. I believe that's Travis Rodriguez. Juggles is going to have to make these decisions based on what he sees the replays. I don't know. I'm glad I'm the one to go. send your hate mail to Travis Jogos Rodriguez at AARL. I'm kidding.
I mean, that's a tough call. You're absolutely right. It looks like, you know, the 00 is trying to make, you know, somewhat of a normal exit off the corner. The 16 is really trying to keep him pinched tight, not allowing him to come up. So when the 00 finally did kind of slide up a little bit, there's no room for, you know, no place for 00 to kind of go.
Looks like the freshest tires are with Yo by lap. So I don't know how much that'll help him out really. But you know, a lap is a lap.
Yeah, absolutely.
Both Peters is leading with Sean Purcell second, Nathan Christensen third, Kyle Purcell fourth, Christian Novak is on the top five.
Now, Kyle Purcell did come down pit road. Not too sure why he didn't use a quick repair. He's coming down right now. Or he did come down. He did come down pit road. He's fixed his car. He used the fast repair. He's got the freshest tires on the track here. So
Kyle Purcell, Christian Delgado, Jackson Minter, and Adam Angerstein, all really fast trucks that now have fresher tires by 7 laps.
Yeah, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it means a lot here at Richmond. We've seen tire wear in other series, you know, be really crucial here. So top 3 all stayed out. We'll see what these fresh tires in 5, 6, 7 laps see what they will do. Looks like Sean Purcell was given the EOL penalty. He's going to drop to the tail of this field.
There's penalty for the 00. And, you know, that's kind of the way we try to do that is usually a driver will say, hey, you know, it was my fault. I did it. And it makes it easy on that on race control to decide. But the race control goes back to the same camera who's looking at, looks at the TV, what we're showing here, is able to make those decisions. What has to happen. So Nathan Christensen will be starting on the outside. Is our control truck. She takes off.
Green is out.
The 1 and the 16 get a good jump. The 3, the outside, just get moving there. And he's going to lose a couple positions because of that. So 28 is working to his inside. Looks like he's going to... Still can't complete the going down the backstretch. Now going into 3, he's able to make that pass. The 9 slides up the track, gets into the 13. 13 is around.
Oh, the 39's around as well.
Not sure what happened with the 39. Try to sort it all out here, folks, as it's getting heated up here with just 16 laps to go. Go back and take a look and see what happened. Adam slips up the track, gets into the 13. What happens? The 39 just loops.
Yeah, it looks like the 39 just kind of lost it off the corner, being tucked down below the 3.
It was some late contact. I don't know if that was some payback. I mean, he was sliding down the track going in there, but I just wonder if maybe he didn't hit that throttle a little last minute there to go ahead and destroy that 9 truck and his own truck. Christian Delgado has towed. I don't think he was wanting to do that.
Yeah, I don't think there was any, payback towards the 9. It looks like the 13 got hit multiple times, throughout the course of that wreck, and it slid him down to the inside wall and just happened to be where the 9 was parked.
It's funny how that works sometimes, Dave.
But hey, this is Richmond short track. We're going to get this. I'm sure there's going to be some tempers flaring. If not already, they will be here before this one's over.
And the thing about this round of the playoffs, folks, as this is race 2 of the first round of the playoffs, all 4 races in this round are short tracks. The first race of the next round is a short track. So looking at 5 straight short tracks. This is only the second So stick around, tune in each week because it's going to get exciting before these playoffs are finished, before this round is finished.
Yeah, and to make it worse, this is the biggest short track we have in the next 3 weeks.
Guys, we're going to be at Bristol next week. Bristol's always fun, always exciting, always tempers flaring. You may see these drivers get out of their trucks and duke it out. If only we could do that, that would be kind of funny. But no.
Yeah, so we go to Bristol next week, and then following Bristol will be Myrtle Beach. That'll be an interesting one. That's not a place that you expect to see these trucks at, but nonetheless, this series has decided to run there. Then just kick off round 2, the championship round. They will head to Martinsville to kick off that. Then after that, you go from the smallest track to the biggest track at Talladega.
Yeah, so they go from 5 weeks of getting angry at each other, folks, to needing teammates and people to help you win a race at Talladega. So you're gonna need as many people, more than you have teammates, to kind of work together to make some headway there. So I don't know. This should be interesting as well. You don't want to make too many enemies in these 5 races here. As the lights are out on the pace car, Adam Engelstein was given the incline penalty. Unfortunately for him, he's in 9th position. There's only 8 trucks left in the race. Alan Purser is retired. Don Manning is retired. Jason Higginbottom is still sitting.
Well, it looks like green is out. That looks another big jump. Curious to see if Kyle Passell, what he can do on these fresh tires. Like I said, he's got about 7 lap fresher tires than Lila Peters. See if he has anything for her at this point.
39 works to the inside of the 3 of Nathan Christensen. Makes that pass pretty easily. He's chasing down the 00 of Sean Purcell. Sean's on over tires like Lilith has. There's 7 lap different tires. 39 tries to look to the inside, and 00 cuts that off. Rodney Uberpacker has
And Lilith Peters already out over his second lead over Kyle Purcell. So I'd say those fresher tires are not helping Kyle at the moment.
Yeah, and with only 9 laps to go, they ran a lot of laps under caution. Lilith may be able to get out too far enough lead. I would say that's what she's trying to do. Get as far out now as she can, so that for the end of this 8-lap run, that 16 is not knocking on the door. Justin Horton is still struggling to get any moves on this 00. He's now looking high. Going to get some momentum for a stretch. Unable to close that gap. Adam Engelstein's closing in on the back of the number 3, Nathan Christensen.
Well, we are coming to 5 to go. Lila Peters now over 2.5 out on Kyle Purcell. So she's looking for mistake-free racing these last 5 laps. No big battles until you get back to maybe Sean Purcell. Horton is now to the outside of Sean Purcell. That is the battle for the 4th.
Big run in the 49 to that outside. If you can carry the momentum off here, Ace is going to complete that pass. 00 falls back in.
Yeah, and the 39 of Horton was one of those trucks on fresher tires as well. So it paid off right there for him. Grab P4.
Lilith Peters is still 1.6 seconds ahead, folks, as the 9 is working on her crease. This is the closest battle on the track at the moment, as the 9 is now to the inside of the 3. Gets it to stick this time.
And they're going to drag race down the front end of turn 1. It's going to get tight down here in turn 1. Nathan stays a little bit higher. They're side by side off at 2. Big run for the 3. Yeah, it looks like the 9's going to be able to clear him down here in turn 3.
Jackson Mentor. 2 laps to go for Lilith Peters. She's out to 1.7 seconds over Kyle Purcell. Jackson Mentor in 3rd, Justin Morton in 4th. John Purcell 5th. Stick around after the race, folks, for interviews with the top 3. One more with Lilith Peters. She's making her final lap around this track here in Richmond. Backstretch, turn 3, 0.8 seconds. No competition today for Lilith Peters.
Horton's looking to the inside of Minter for P3 here down turn 4. He can't make it stick. Minter's going to come home P3.
Lilith Peters is your winner, and the Virginia is for Lovers 125 for the Orr Lawncare Truck Series. While she's celebrating here, Dave, let's go ahead and bring in Jackson Minter. Have a word with him about his
Yeah, let's see if I can grab Jackson. There's Jackson. Hey, Jackson, Dave in the booth. You got us?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, buddy, great run to get P3. Good battle there, the last lap there between you and Horton. Walk us through the last few laps of that, your race in general, bud.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I fell off it for a bit there. I didn't really remember how to drive the truck. But I saw Horton coming up behind me, and I just knew, drive it hard, and we'll bring home the 3rd. But he bumped me a little bit there, and I was kind of concerned that he'd do the old bump and run in the last turn.
Yeah, that was a great run for you. Maybe the little bit of Ham's beer helped you there, bud, too.
Absolutely. You know, the sticker adds 5 horsepower. Don't tell Tech.
But Jackson, man, drink one for me, responsibly, of course. But congratulations on the P3, man. Who would you like to thank or give a shout out to for this podium finisher?
Oh man, well, Code Zero Radio, of course, putting it on another good show, and Ham's Beer. I don't really have too much else. I don't know. Shout out to you guys. Thank you.
Well, no, man, thank you for putting on a good show. It was looked to be a fun race. I mean, there were some cautions that tend to get annoying for drivers. I know it sometimes, but it also resets things and lets you go after. Again, congratulations on a P3.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
All right, Dave, that was Jackson Mentor. Let's see if we can get Kyle Purcell up here in the booth.
All right, we'll pull Kyle in. Hey, Kyle, Dave in the booth. You got us, bud?
I do.
Hey, great P2 finish. I know. I was kind of curious how the fresher tires would pay out, or pay off, I should say. Didn't seem like they helped a ton to be able. Lilith was just on rails tonight, but great job on the P2. Walk us through your race tonight.
Just trying to keep it clean for the most part. It was so hard to pass. I mean, like Sean was in front of me early on, and he was slow, but he just held the bottom. There was no way really around him. So later in the race, he put me up in the wall and caused a big wreck, but luckily everybody got in it, so I still came out of it towards the front after pitting and fast repairing. It was really track position dependent, so my main focus was just not causing any wrecks and just trying to roll and protect my spot. So overall executed pretty well on that, but yeah, it was an interesting race. Had a little bit of everything, some pit road drama, some black flag drama, some hosts of our moment, it's a lot of everything going on. So for a Richmond race, that was fairly exciting.
Yeah, no, it was definitely exciting for us up here in the booth, calling it and trying to find out or understand what was happening and hopefully help the folks at home understand what was happening. But man, you're up front again. Another good finish. Second here. Let's see for the point standings. You know what? I think I lost that. But yeah, so this is going to be a good night for you. You were sitting fourth coming in here, just 6 points out of the lead. This is definitely going to help you for the next two races. What are your thoughts on Bristol next week?
Just trying to hope and do the same thing as tonight and just avoid the Fords. Those Fords have been my kryptonite. I've been wrecked by a Ford multiple times this playoff so far, so stay away from them. It went pretty well. So, but all jokes aside, nobody's trying to wreck anybody for the most part out there, and it's just hard short track racing. But I'm just hoping that I can squeak through because my Sundays are pretty unsure. Every night I'm not sure if I'm going to make it to the end of the race because I've got some real life stuff going on. So glad I can make it to the end of this one. We finished just in the nick of time, and I'm going to be running out of here in just a couple minutes.
Yeah, man. Well, go ahead and give your shout outs, and we'll go ahead and get you back so you can take care of what you got to take care of tonight.
Thank you. I just shout out to my team, Adam Jackson with the P3. Nice to see. And shout out to my World of Warships clan ARP for letting me do this and skip clan battles with them once again. So overall, a good race. Thanks to everybody else out on the track and for mostly keeping it clean. And thanks for the broadcast, guys.
All right, thank you, Kyle.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, we need to get our race winner, Lilith Peters, in here. We seem to talk to her quite a bit. Let's see how she's doing tonight. She's locked herself into the playoffs.
Hey, Lilith, Dave and Dave in the booth. You got us?
Hi.
Hey, Lilith, it seems like every time you run this series, we're always talking to you at the end of this. Kind of common nowadays, but congratulations on the win, locking yourself into the championship round. Walk us through your race a little bit and how'd everything go?
It went pretty good. This is probably top 3 favorite tracks of mine. So it felt like one went away from me the last time we went here. So I'm glad to get it done finally. Had some good racing with Jason and Sean. It was real fun earlier.
So, Lilith, what's that going to mean for us in the Cup Series race that we're going to have here on Tuesday at Richmond on the Sim Racing Media?
I don't know if I'm quite as good in the Cup car, but we'll see.
All right, we heard it here first, Dave.
I'm prepared.
Yeah, I imagine you will be. You always are. Congratulations on the win tonight. It was exciting to watch. There was drama all over the track at times. Again, you get those cautions, but that was resetting in for watching it here in the booth. It was a lot of fun. Congratulations on the win. Another win for Kajicut. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to tonight?
Yeah. You already said thanks. Thanks to Kajicut Motorsports. Thank you guys for broadcasting. I know the streaming has been a little bit off, so hopefully we can watch this one again.
Yeah, it actually crashed on us again tonight, Lilith, but I think we're going to end up moving away from, and I guess we could go ahead and talk about this now, moving away from Facebook and only doing the YouTube broadcast. So if you're listening on Facebook, check us out at All American Racing League on YouTube. That's where these will be going on from now on, but we'll be sure to post the links each week so you can tune in to see Lilith kind of destroy this field when she's racing here. So, Lilith, what are your thoughts on Bristol next week?
I'm just so happy I'm safe for the next 3 short tracks. Anything can happen, so I'm good at least.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, again, Dave, you got anything else for Lilith before we send her back with her team to celebrate?
No, congrats. And if you got anyone, I guess you already thanked all your sponsors. So congrats.
I did forget to thank the Bean team, so thank you guys.
There you go. So congrats on the win, Lilith, and we'll see you on Tuesday night.
Bye.
Well, Dave, as promised, this was a very exciting show here tonight. Let's give the folks at home a rundown of our finishing order. Lilith Peters was your winner. Kyle Purcell second. Jackson Minter third. Justin Horton fourth. Sean Purcell fifth. Sixth is Adam Angerstein. And seventh is Nathan Christensen.
Yeah, it looks like eighth is going to go to Tyrone Yo Jr. Great run for Tyrone. I think that's about where he started as an eighth. Ninth is going to go to Rodney Huberpacker. 10th will go to Christian Delgado. 11th will go to the newcomer Alan Purser. 12th will go to Don Manning, and 13th will go to Jason Higginbotham.
There's your running order, folks. We do not have the points tallied as of yet. But looking down our list here, Rodney Uberpacker finishing 9th. That could cost him some points here, as he was sitting 5th, just 10. What? I'm not sure. 13 points above the cut line, maybe? No. Yeah, he was only 9 points above the cut line coming in here.
Yeah, I think the a bigger winner out of tonight is going to be Jackson Minter. He was just 1 point below that cutoff, but finishing P3 tonight. Looks like 3 spots ahead of Adam Angerstein. Should maybe possibly bump him up here a little bit and maybe put him above the cut line. But once we get the points finalized, we'll see where they all fall going into Bristol.
Yeah, he may actually be able to, because he was only 1 point off of the cut line there. He may actually surpass Sean and Adam. This may push Adam out. It'll be a tough call.
Yeah, looking at too, Rodney Uberpacker finished 9th. So that could drop Rodney a little bit. So we'll see how it all shakes out, and we'll go get after it at Bristol.
Yeah, I mean, with Delgado's finish, I don't think that's going to affect him that much. He was 12 points above the cut line. I don't know. We'll just have to see next week. But tune in, folks, for Bristol next week. We are the All-American Sim Racing Network. This was the All-American Racing League's Orr Lawncare Truck Series for the Virginia is for Lovers 125. It did not disappoint. Talk to you next week.